You know it's going to be a great breakfast when you start off with some fried toast. Now, this toast has been cooked in butter till it's nice and golden brown. That's the first stage of this breakfast. Pop it onto the plate here like this, and then it's time to get started. This is action time. This is the bit I really love. And I'm using some of my favourite ingredients, mushrooms. Now, these are Australian mushrooms, and these are your regular button mushrooms that you buy in any supermarket or greengrocer. One of the tips that I like to tell people is to pop them into the paper bag and buy them when you need them. That way they're fresh all the time. Now, mushrooms work really well with onion and garlic, so that's what I'm going to start with. In this pan here where I had the fried toast going, I'll put a nice big splooge of extra virgin olive oil. And then into the pan will go the onion and garlic. We'll get some sizzle action going here. Turn it up a little bit. This will be rocking very soon. Now, mushrooms are the easiest thing to cook. All you need to do is slice them up a little bit or even cook them whole, and they cook in minutes. You can add any sort of herbs or flavourings you want. They're really, really easy to use. Full of nutrition, apparently, but I like them because they're a great substitute for meat, if that's the direction you go in. Have a look at that pan over there, sizzling away beautifully. That's what I want. Now, the mushrooms, when they go into the pan, will soak up some of that oil. So be prepared to throw a little bit extra in if you want to. Now, onion, garlic, mushrooms in there, that is the perfect thing. Give it a little bit of a toss around like that, and you can see the mushrooms are picking up some of that butter that was in the bread and also some of the breadcrumbs left behind. That'll give them a little bit of a crunch as well. A sprinkle of salt on there and a good twist of black pepper. And that's all you need to make a really tasty mushroom dish. But if you really want to fluff it up, a nice little piece of butter straight into the middle there, and that will make the mushrooms even more delicious. Now, I've got some eggs over here, and what I'm going to do in this other pan here, I'm going to cook the eggs really quickly in the pan so that they scramble up, but I want to get them ready. So I crack the 4 eggs into a bowl and then throw some herbs in here. I've got some chives and some parsley, and of course, some salt and some pepper, because you need to season the eggs. So a little bit of pinch of that, and a twist of pepper, and then all you need to do is just a little bit, just give it a bit of a fork around and break those egg yolks up and mix some of the herbs in there. I don't want to break it up too much, I just want a rough sort of scramble, and I'll show you how easy that is. Now, the mushrooms and onions are cooking away nicely. You can see they're starting to brown up. They'll take a couple of minutes till they're just about ready to go, and then I'll show you how to put this together. But before I do that, I'll make an avocado salsa just to go on top to make it nice and green, fresh and fluffy. Okay, we're ready to cook the eggs. So just take a tiny little bit of butter off there and pop it into the pan. We want to make sure we've got plenty of luscious, good butter here to make it taste good. You can see that pan is really hot. That's what I'm looking for. A little bit of a wiggle around like that, and in goes the eggs. Nice brown butter gives it a lovely nutty flavour. Whiz it around like this so it all starts to come together. You can see my mushrooms are just about there, so it's time to pop in the herbs and then toss them in together. That's coming up beautiful. And the eggs, I want to give them a rough scramble so they still hold their body. And then the mushrooms are looking great, lots of herbs in there, straight onto the plate here like this, nicely cooked, nice and fresh. And then the eggs, toss it once, twice like that, and then straight onto the side of the plate there. As I put them on, I just bust them up a little bit so they all come apart. But you can see lots of herbs in there and lots of flavour. All we need is a little bit of salsa on the top there. That is a cracking brunch, lunch, dinner, snack, midnight snack. What a cracker.